This is Luke with another Android Guys podcast. I'm here with Scott.
This is Scott.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that mean?
And we're getting to that time of year where it's getting dark early.
I know.
And it just kills my whole vibe.
Yeah. It feels like I should be in bed right now, but like bed is not for another couple hours.
Yeah. Well, and in the morning it's dark and foggy here and just doesn't feel like the day wants to get going.
Yeah.
Then you spend the day working and then you're like, I think it's time for my pajamas.
Right.
But then you don't want to have this like, I worked and went to bed.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. There's more of the day, right? Like
now interestingly enough, it's unseasonably warm.
Yes.
So you also have that itch to kind of like maybe still be productive.
Yeah.
But mentally, when I'm in the house at night, it's just like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah. Like I'd like to mow my lawn one more time this year, but I feel like I need to leave work early to go mow my lawn.
Yeah, it's going to have to be like Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Right.
Weather permitting.
Right.
Other than that, it's leaves on the ground.
Well, and it's time change coming up this weekend. So it's like it's going to compound the issue.
Yeah.
But you know what? Whatever. Life goes on.
I'm just sad, Luke.
No, you're not.
Seasonal affective disorder.
I know. It affects us all.
I have a lamp right there.
Yeah.
The
UV light?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I click that thing on for about
it helps,
20 minutes.
Man. It really does.
It's a real thing. When you get to be long in the tooth like me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yep.
So, all that aside.
You have some tech.
Yes.
You have a piece of equipment that you've been testing out.
So it's like a combo kit of equipment.
Okay.
This is something that you can buy this way. You can also buy individually. So let me start with this is the GravaStar Sirius P5.
Okay.
These are earbuds.
Okay.
Now I have the combo kit, which is 3 cases in one. And I'll tell you a little bit about those. But then you can also purchase the Sirius P5 in 3 other cases.
Ooh.
So the earbuds themselves are the same.
Yeah.
And in this combo kit, it actually has a thumb screw kind of thing that you can lock at the bottom. And you basically put one of 3 shells around the carrying case.
Right.
So you have your earbuds, and then you kind of drop them down inside of the little thing to charge them.
Yeah.
But then you decide which of the carrying shells.
Right. Yeah. So the earbuds and the charging battery go into these different cases.
Yeah. So the combo is 3 shells, and then your box, you just pick the one you want. And you can change them literally inside of seconds.
Yeah.
You pop them out.
Yeah.
You can tighten it with like a dime or a penny.
Sure.
And lock them in there. But then you can just basically carry these things around. Now, all 3 of these are completely different shells. They have different weight to them, different design. One is more of like it's called the defense armor, and it's more of like a metal kind of steel industrial looking thing that might be
it's actual metal because it's heavy.
Yeah, it really is. It definitely has a presence to it.
Yeah.
And then you have like a push button on the side to kind of pop it open.
Yeah.
Not unlike a Zippo.
Yeah.
If you look at it that way.
It's a little bit fatter, a little shorter than a Zippo, but same kind of form factor.
Yeah, pop that open. Now
a good like fidget thing, probably.
It does. It has a nice like the thumb. You feel that. It's just kind of fun to hold.
Yeah.
And it fits in your hand nice and small. Throw it in your pocket. Even with this kind of weight, it does go in there.
Right.
And travels well. Now, if you like something a little bit lighter, you can go with what's called the Defense Mecha. And that's going to be kind of like a white shell that looks almost like a Gundam style. Yeah. I would say like it's white with like red stripes.
That's probably where the mecha comes from.
Yeah. So it looks like something that would be made from those materials.
Yeah.
And it is considerably lighter.
Yep.
A little bit bigger footprint, but still pocketable.
Yeah.
And then you can also go with what's called the Defense Crystal, which is like almost like a clear, translucent with like a gradient of blue. That looks like kind of like a crystal, maybe a little Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, it goes from like a clear at the top down to like a darker blue.
Yeah. And it's the lightest of the three.
Yeah.
And then you also have a in the combo kit, there's a lanyard kind of necklace.
Oh yeah.
So that you could actually wear. You can kind of feed that through. So depending on which style you want, what you're going with, you can carry these around or wear them around.
Yeah.
They are 3 completely different designs.
Sure.
So if you went with the combo kit, it's all 3 cases, you're looking at about $140.
Okay.
Now, if you went with individual, you're looking at about $90 on the high end and then down to $70 for the other ones.
Okay.
So if you're the kind of person that likes to change it up, you can actually, if I carried these around, switched them out, you would think I'm carrying different products with me.
Yeah.
Just the shell. Now, regardless of which of the shells you put it in, the earbuds themselves have like a little bit of like a red light that lights up, and it's got this GravaStar kind of like robotic spider symbol on it.
Yeah, it's very much fits their branding for the other stuff we've seen from them.
Same as the speakers and some of their other earbuds. It's got that distinct like design language.
Yeah, it's almost like a cyberpunk or industrial feel, very gamer-ish focused. They're really cool stuff.
Yep. And they have LED lights employed in those as well. And there's a button on the bottom that if you wanted to change to say, I'd like the one that's a little bit, I got red, green, blue.
Okay.
And then there's like a soft light, which is kind of almost white, but it's still like a
light
teal.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah. So they look really cool. But obviously they're earbuds, so they can't be all about looks.
Yeah, how do they
for
sound?
The price, they sound really nice.
Nice.
One of the things that I find with GravaStar is it's more about the look and aesthetic than it is about the other stuff.
Sure.
But they're audio products, so that should be one of the main things to think about. A couple features to share with you on these. You have, let me see if I've got a quick bullet list that I kept for you. Yep. So 40 hours of playtime total with the case included.
That's really high.
For the size, it's very impressive.
Yeah.
I want to say they're about 10 to 12 hours.
Okay.
Roughly. And then you've got like 3 other charges on that. This has Qualcomm, and it has support for, I want to say, the aptics. Yes, Qualcomm aptics.
Yep.
Bluetooth 5.2.
Yep.
They have 12 millimeter drivers. They have an IPX4 rating.
Nice.
So you can give them a little bit of splash, a little bit of sweat. They're not going to fall apart on you.
Something you can wear in the rain if you need to.
You get caught in the rain or wear it to the gym, if work up a sweat. Multi-point connectivity.
Ooh.
So you can pair multiple phones to this.
Yeah.
And whoever wants to take the speakers or the earbuds can do that.
Nice.
So it's a little bit of like a well-rounded package.
Yeah, definitely.
Sound-wise, I've found them to be above average.
Nice.
But not overwhelming.
Sure.
Not exceeding. Okay, so it says 8 hours of listening, and then there's 4 more charges.
Okay.
Is what that comes out to.
Okay.
So it's 5 charges of about 8 hours each.
Okay. It's not bad.
Still, you know, if you're wearing these things on a commute or...
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get you, if you're talking 40 hours, that's going to get you through your work week. You can charge them over the weekend.
And that's if you're wearing them all week.
Yeah.
You know, if you're charging them up, every couple of days, just kind of out of habit.
Yeah.
They have a USB-C on the bottom.
Perfect.
So for me, I tend to charge things when I can, not when I need to.
Sure.
So I don't like to worry about that. But at 40 hours, I never even came close to thinking, I need to consider plugging this stuff in.
Yeah.
They're cool. These are the newest from the GravaStar brand. I would say at the price, if you're thinking of the flexibility, if you're like, I like the idea of switching between the 3, at $130, it's right on the border of like, that's an easy recommend. But otherwise, if you're just thinking, I just want to get one of the shells, if you look at the website and you're like, yep, that looks like me, there are 3 very unique looks.
Yeah.
So you can see one and go, oh yeah, that's my style. You can come in at about half the price.
Yeah.
So it's almost like buying 2 shells, getting one free.
Yeah.
But yes, they do offer that combo kit. Otherwise, I found the sound to be, more than adequate.
Yeah.
Nothing that overwhelming. I think that the space between the layers, the highs, lows, mids, is pretty evenly balanced.
Yeah.
Crisp, clear, without being like tinny or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then, bass, I mean, it's there. It has a presence, but they're not tuned to anything where you're like, oh yeah, these are my jam. I really love bass and EDM and some of this music that just thumps in my ear. These aren't going to be that,
right?
But I don't think you're going to ever really be unhappy with the sound,
right?
I will listen to, as like a really wide range of music styles, podcasts, audiobooks, things like that, and I've been really happy with these so far,
right?
And think that they're pretty cool. If you're looking for yourself, you can make that decision. But if you're also considering it, it's gift time, shopping, holidays, and you're thinking, oh, I want to get somebody something, that I don't know what to get. They seem to have everything.
Right.
At this design, you can definitely look at it and go, oh, I know somebody that would probably like this. They just have that look to them.
Right.
That's that sci-fi futuristic tech kind of want to be seen kind of thing. Like these are not the kind of thing that you put in your pocket because you're not trying to draw attention. These are the kind of thing that you might put out and have somebody, oh, what's that? Like, these are my earbuds. Oh, so I would definitely, I'm always intrigued by what GravaStar has done.
Yeah.
I've been, I would say, largely impressed with the features.
Yeah.
But then it's just the case of when you match them up on paper, is it worth spending a little bit more for the look?
Right.
I don't care about the look as mine. I just put them in my ear and listen to them. So I might be happier with a $70 set.
Sure.
And at that price, I think they're definitely worth that. But I don't know that I would actually be changing the cases up too often.
Sure.
It is what it is. So
right.
But so these are the Sirius Sirius P5.
Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.